An exciting finish in the men's competition. You see a dead tie for the lead with one rotation to go between Tim Daggett of the USA and Yang Yueshan of China, and Yang getting set for his final apparatus, known for his spectacular one-arm giants. His best event yesterday in the preliminaries, Bart Connor, it'll be the horizontal bar, and you know that Tim Daggett is waiting in the wings and watching what Yang's going to do here.
You know, this is always the most exciting part of the event because it comes down to this last event, and it just so happens that all of the risky skills are done on high bar, so you lay it all on the line. With these guys tied, I'm sure it's going to be very, very exciting.
Do you see more confidence in the eyes of Tim Daggett today from yesterday?
Yeah, I think he's relaxed a lot more, and I know that he feels very comfortable again. You know, it's really different when you haven't been in front of the judges for a few months, when you're doing exhibitions and you've been playing to the crowd. Now you have to play for every tenth of a point you can possibly get, and it's a whole different shift in attitude.
And of course he is going to go after Yang Yueshan, and there is Yang right now. He had a 9.75 yesterday, and of course Tim Daggett will tell you what he did. As you know, in the Olympics he had a perfect 10. So Yang has the work cut out for him, tied for the lead, getting set for his final event. They're announcing the score for the previous event. Wang Xun on the floor exercise. Mary Lou Retton comfortably ahead, although you will see her on the floor exercise still to come in her final bid. Here's Yang Yueshan.
Yang does a great high bar routine because he has all the necessary elements in terms of one-arm work and release moves. Notice a great extension on the one-arm giants, right to a ginger. Okay, he was a little close. Might be a tenth of a point for form deduction. Now watch this, 3 times around the bar. One arm giant forward, full turn over the bar, and half turn back. Okay, he didn't do it completely like he did it yesterday. It's a little bit of a mistake, but I don't think the judges will catch it. Nice full out, and stuck the landing.
You gotta stick the landing. That's a must if you're going to score well in the high bar, and Yang Yueshan did just that, and the appreciative crowd and a terrific turnout here in Indianapolis, the home, by the way, of the USGF. We're going to see it all again with that one-arm giant, unique for Yang Yueshan.
Okay, here's the start of the exercise. He stems up into giant swings. Does what we call a Stalder, named after Joseph Stalder, a famous Swiss gymnast. Okay, now here's one-arm giant swings. Now notice as he does this ginger, he's way up over the bar, but he's in a little close. Okay, so he has to break form. That's maybe a tenth of a point deduction. He gets back in the giant swings. Now here we go. Forward giant swing. Over the bar again. A full turn. Now yesterday he did a full turn coming back out. Today he only does a half turn back out. But I don't think cause for alarm. Good position here in the giant swings. And here is way up over the bar, a full twisting double back. Good job on the landing.
And the score for Yang Yueshan is 9.65. That is a tenth of a second, or tenth of a point less of what he had yesterday. Tim Daggett's been watching it, and he's with Peter Corman right now.
Thank you, Dick. Timmy, you just saw a great routine. You guys were tied going into the high bar. He got a 9.65. What do you think?
I just got to go out and do my best routine. Either way, you know, I could fall off and the guy that was in third could have come in front. So I have to go 100% all out. You know, it's scary, but we got to deal with the pressure, that's all.
Now you were planning a double release move, a new skill for you. Are you still going to do it?
Oh, definitely. I can't hold back. That's just not my style. I got to go for it.
Well, good luck, Timmy.
Thank you.
Back to you, Dick.
All right, Peter Corman, Yang Yueshan, he's in the books with a 9.65, and Tim Daggett needs a 9.7 to win the all-round. And there's still Mary Lou one more time, coming back to Indianapolis just a moment.
It's March Best Buy time. Connie?
Thanks, Dan. Now, this Ready Light and Extension cord are a combination Best Buy for $644.
For both of them?
That's right. And this Casio solar-powered calculator is only $444.
Works in any light. Our lowest price ever.
The closet-made organizer rack installs easily almost anywhere. Just $744.
Now that's a Best Buy.
Ace is the place.
Okay, people, and remember, let's be helpful out there.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware man.
Bill Evans can't breathe.
My nose is so stuffed, air can't get through.
Prove it. Would you try Dristan long-lasting nasal spray?
I'll try anything.
It can give you relief in seconds that lasts all day. Can you breathe now?
Back live in Indianapolis, Tim Daggett That's what he needs to win the championship, the all-around title. He's one of the few remaining boys of summer, and it was an unforgettable night. July 31st, 1984 in Los Angeles. And on that night, 6 clean-cut young men that seemed to embody all that is good about America fulfilled a dream and made us all a little crazy, I guess, when they unexpectedly won the team gold medal in gymnastics. They were indeed the boys of summer.
Never will forget those nights. I wonder if it was a dream. Remember how you made me crazy? Remember how I made you scream? Those days are gone forever. I should just let them go. I can tell you my love for you will still be strong after the boys of summer have gone.
Across America, we are still screaming for the boys of summer. Once unknowns, they are now more than just celebrities. They are the official ambassadors of the sport of gymnastics and heroes to millions of kids and grown-ups.
Something special happened this summer. A lot of times it doesn't get brought out. It wasn't just the gold medal. It wasn't just winning. There was a special feeling. I don't know if you were in Los Angeles. The people and the environment, the atmosphere was incredible.
And it was the neatest feeling, like what Timmy said. That it was the neatest feeling. And you know, we would walk down the street the day before we'd won and nobody would recognize us. Well, the day after we'd won, we'd walk down the same street and everybody would recognize us. All of a sudden, we became American heroes.
Our heroes are in demand. There are movie offers and television shows.
Different strokes to move the world.
Music videos. Magazine covers and posters. Black tie banquets and Boy Scout suppers. And a grueling 23-city tour that packed arenas with screaming fans, most of whom had never seen a gymnast in person before.
I think all of us are pretty surprised at the demand for the gymnasts, and we find that we're all over the country all the time, and it seems like there's most of the time no rhyme or reason. You know, one day it's Los Angeles, the next day it's Washington, the next day it's St. Louis, the next day it's Detroit.
The doctor said I was just mentally and physically broke down from all the traveling. And, you know, I never really thought of it before, but I guess that's what happens.
Though dead tired, the boys of summer are outdrawing the biggest names in show business in Las Vegas. Last week, they drew the largest crowd for any show on the Strip so far this year. Not gamblers, but kids and their parents. Kids who witnessed something special last summer. Kids dreaming today of some distant summer of their own.
I just want youth to be involved in the pursuit of excellence. It's so important, and I think that there is a little bit of a responsibility in being an Olympic champion to be a good role model. I think that every one of the members of the men's gymnastics team and the women's team were very good role models, I think, and we're all good people, and I think that we can really play a powerful role right now in helping youth.
There's a lot of kids running around saying they want to be a Bar Connor, or they want to be a Mitch Gaylord, or they want to be a Mary Lou Retton. And that's nice to have a goal to be an Olympic champion. But the most important thing is to succeed and take pride in the process, in all of those little steps along the way.
Never will forget those nights. I wonder if it was a dream. Remember how you made me crazy? Remember how I made you scream? Those days are gone forever. I should just let them go.
It's a long road from nobody to national hero in just one short night. It's an exciting path of bright lights and interviews that has brought the boys of summer to a crossroad in their own lives. For Mitch Gaylord, it's a question of identity, actor, gymnast, or teen idol.
I don't want to be thought of as only that, let's put it that way. But I want to be thought of as an accomplished gymnast first. I mean, that's what I trained 12 years for. None of us trained to become movie stars afterwards.
I had the meet of my life, and here it was after the games, and I had no idea what I was going to do. I thought, well, maybe in 2 or 3 weeks I'll be able to decide if I'm going to quit gymnastics or not. Well, it's been months and months since the games, and I still don't know what I'm going to do.
It's possible. It's not real probable, but I sure would like to make 3 Olympic teams. That would be fun.
The material goals, you know, winning a gold medal in the Olympic Games and just participating in them, you know, have all been taken care of basically. But I have things that I want to be able to accomplish still. That, you know, I still have some drive, I have some motivation, some desires. I want to be the best gymnast that I can be, and I know I haven't reached that yet. And that's the only reason why I'm staying in it.
And one of the things he can accomplish is the All-American or the all-round title in the American Cup. He'll have that opportunity a little bit. Mary Lou Retton, remember, she had a perfect 10 in the floor exercise in the Olympics, and you'll see her on the mat when we come back.
Hello, sunshine.
Indianapolis shortly. We do have some basketball news for you. Let's start with the NBA. Boston beat Detroit today 138-129, but the story of this game was Kevin McHale, who scored 56 points. K.C. Jones has to get his team going, rebounding after a loss this week. There's Isaiah Thomas for Detroit. He comes down and breaks one off the glass. He had 33 points. McHale with 56. That's a Celtic record. And the Celtics look for McHale everywhere today. Inside, outside, he was putting them all in. And he also had 16 rebounds. And there he is again. That's his 54th point, breaking the record. He went on to have 56 points. A big day for Kevin McHale as Boston defeats the Pistons. Also in the NBA today, New Jersey over Chicago, 117-113. Otis Birdsong, he had 30 points on the day. Michael Jordan, in a losing effort, had 37 points. Quentin Daly, by the way, was suspended for 2 games for missing practice for the Bulls. Let's go to college basketball. You know, 2 teams beat Georgetown this year, Syracuse and St. John's. Georgetown took care of the Redmen the other night. They took care of Syracuse this afternoon, 90-63. And they were impressive indeed today as they played Syracuse. And Georgetown, you know, Pearl Washington has always been a thorn in their side, and he started out strong for Syracuse. But Georgetown came back. They seem to be peaking as they get ready to go into the tournament. And here David Wingate gets the feed, and he puts it in. John Thompson's troops led by 12 at the intermission. In the second half, it was more of the same. Ewing blocking shots all over the place, taking it on a block on that side of the court and putting in the reverse slam on that side of the court as Georgetown smashes Syracuse 90-63 in a revenge game. A game some of you may have seen here on CBS, Oklahoma and Georgia Tech. This was a wild shootout as Oklahoma survived this one 87-80. Oklahoma hanging on to a 31 game winning streak at home. And the first half, Georgia Tech went inside to Joseph. But Oklahoma came storming back, as they always do, with Wayman Tisdale, who scored 2 of his 21 second-half points there on the alley-oop. Tisdale finished off with 28 points on the day, icing the victory at the end, icing on the cake, as they say, with 2 seconds left. And Oklahoma went on to win that 87-80. And we'll take you back out to Indianapolis and Dick Stockton after this word from your local stations.
Live in Indianapolis, Dick Stockton, Bart Connor, and Peter Corman. The American Cup Gymnastics is coming to its conclusion. And let's take a look at the standings first for the women. Mary Lou Retton, with still the floor exercise to come, has a comfortable lead over Yu Feng of China. Daniela Silvas of Romania is in 3rd place right now. And in the men's competition, we have a tie between Tim Daggett and Yang Yueshan. Yang Yueshan had a 9.65, and Tim Daggett has to beat that in his final horizontal bar routine to win the all-round championship. But recently, and just moments ago, Tim Daggett in the warm-up had some problems on the high bar, Bart.
Reverse hecht right to the ginger. He was a little too far out. Let's hope he's a little closer when he competes it.
Does that have any effect on him when you slip like that in the warm-up?
I tell you what it does. It changes your attitude a little bit. If you're too far out, you make sure when you're competing in the competition that you pull it in. So who knows? He might even be in too close. He might overcompensate.
Right now on the floor exercise, we're going to take a look at a newcomer, Daniela Silva. She's 14 years old. And she's from Romania, 2nd in the all-round in the European Junior Championships. And people already are tabbing her. She's in 3rd place as maybe the successor to the great Ekaterina Szabo, who challenged Mary Lou all the way down the wire in the Olympics last summer.
Dick, does she look 14 years old to you?
I'm not a good judge of ages, Bart, to tell you the truth.
I tell you, we have a story going around the gymnastics community that it's pretty traditional that when a young Romanian girl is asked her age, she looks to her coach for the answer.
But Bella Caroli, who of course coaches Mary Lou and came from Romania, is very high both on Daniela and Camille Voignier, who has been also in this competition. And Bella feels that Silvas, who he coached when she was 5 years old, has a great chance to be one of the best ever out of Romania.
I'm really excited we're having an opportunity to see her here. She did very well yesterday. And one thing they do with the Romanian young girls is they design the routines around the tumbling. They figure that they can learn to develop the mature dance skills later on, but learn the dynamic tumbling skills right off the bat.
Let's watch her. Well, I was going to say that was unorthodox music for the floor exercise routine, but these things happen, and they have a technical problem with the tape machine, and they're going to get it straightened out. I would have loved to have seen the look on Daniela's face when that music came out. Daniela Silvas of Romania. She's in third right now, and coming up right after will be Mary Lou Retton. And we're talking about some new routines that Mary Lou has incorporated on the floor exercise, and you're going to be a little surprised, I think, at the music she chooses for the floor ex.
Yeah, it is very unusual. In fact, a gentleman that defected with Bella and Marta Karolyi back in 1981, the choreographer for the Romanian team, his name is Geza Pozar. He's training and coaching in California, in Northern California right now, and he came back to Houston to give Mary Lou a new floor routine so she can introduce here in the last couple of weeks.
There is Mary Lou, who is, of course, cool and confident right now. I think that before yesterday, when all of the media were around her and they said, well, you're an automatic winner here, you're coming up from the Olympics. There's nothing automatic, is there, in gymnastics? You have to go and prove it.
Oh, no, I think that's what really kills all of us, is that so many people come up and they say, we knew you had to win and you're going to win all the time. Every time in this sport you have to prove yourself, because you have to go out there and do the routine and be consistent. Even though you might be the favorite, you have to do it every time.
Mary Lou is coming up next, and here's Daniela Silvas.
Okay, round up back handspring, full twisting double back, very nicely done.
She's got the crowd with her.
They love her here, and the crowd always appreciates a routine that's designed to allow the crowd to play along so they can clap and feel participating in the exercise. Fantastic triple twist. Nice full twisting back handspring. Who knows, Dick? In the first American Cup, of course, Nadia Comaneci was introduced to the American public. Maybe this is the next one, Daniela Silvas. Her last tumbling run. Round up back handspring, double back. Okay, fantastic.
She's already a crowd pleaser. Daniela Silvas, one to watch in the future from Romania, and could be the next in a long line of outstanding female gymnasts from Romania. Doesn't matter if she doesn't win here. She's made her point.
All 4'5" of her.
Okay, here comes the replay of her triple twist. You know, she tumbles a little bit over her head, which is only 4'5", but nice takeoff. Really wraps that twist and doesn't quite make it all the way around, but she'll get it.
The coach for more than 20 years.
Now her dismount.
She finishes with a double back.
George, take a bow.
This is a very difficult routine. She does all the necessary tumbling. Good takeoff, pulls those legs around, no problem.
1976, Nadia Comaneci burst on the scene with her first championship, the all-around in the American Cup. The same year, Bart Connor won the first of 3 all-rounds in the American Cup. We're going to wait for her score. She needs a 9.45 to move up to third place. This is after some 4 gymnasts had competed in the floor exercise, and this the final rotation. Of course, her friend from Romania, Camelia Voinier, still will compete. I don't think it matters. I think we're going to see this young lady in the next few years, don't you?
I definitely do, and the Romanians have always had very, very strong individual girls, and I think this might be our next Sabo or Nadia Comaneci.
That's her score, and a good one. 9.70 for Daniela Silvas, currently in third place and challenging second. And now the next woman you're going to see will be Mary Lou Retton. Interestingly enough, Silvas had sort of a Western kind of style music, and Mary Lou will have an Eastern European style. And right now, Peter Corman is with Bella Karolyi, Mary Lou's coach. Peter?
Thank you, Dick. And Bella, Mary Lou's had an outstanding performance, the great balance beam. What do you think?
I was the best ever. I'm so happy because, you know, it's a new exercise with a lot of new skills and performing strongly. That was great, you know, to see her. That was excellent.
And we have a new floor routine to watch too.
Right. It's coming up right now.
Is this going to be the best ever for a floor too?
I hope. You know, she did very, very well yesterday, and hope, you know, she's going to repeat again the same good manner and just, you know, very impressive style. It's a new floor routine, very dynamic, you know, it's full with expressive, artistic and dance movement. I hope going to be something excellent.
Bella, a lot of people said that Mary Lou would be nervous going into this competition, but she doesn't seem that way. How do you explain that?
The pressure was unbelievable high, you know, because she's a defending champion third time actually, and she handled fantastically. One more time proved she's a great athlete, excellent athlete.
Well, I hope she does a great job, and I'm sure she will.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Good luck.
There's Mary Lou Retton. Remember what Bella Caroli said, make the girls stronger, then they'll jump higher, work them hard, and they'll perform better. And that has been his motto, and it's worked for him in Romania. It's working for him in Houston. It's obviously worked for him with Mary Lou Retton.
Well, you know, all the gymnasts seem to want to travel to the meccas of gymnastics, to the Soviet Union and to Romania and to China and to Japan to find out what makes their gymnasts the best. It was great to see that when Bella came to the United States, the reason why his gymnasts are the best is because they work harder than everybody else. They don't have any magic tricks.
Mary Lou coming up in the floor exercise, but keep in mind we have Tim Daggett still to come in the horizontal bar, and on the line will be the all-round championship for the men here in the American Cup. Bella Caroli urging Mary Lou to settle down. So coming up, it'll be Tim Daggett on the horizontal bar to try to win it, but right now, Mary Lou Retton, and you'll hear the contrast in the musical selection she uses, as Bart Conner has pointed out, actually came from Eastern European country, as opposed to the Texas style that we heard from Daniela.
Mary Lou's routine was introduced last week for the first time, and a lot of people complimented the routine, and a lot of people said, hey, wait, I don't understand what she's trying to accomplish. So sit back and tell me what you think of it.
Okay.
Great full in. Fantastic start. She's tumbling right at Bella. Nice double back.
You know it was a good one. The crowd here at Market Square Arena in Indianapolis has been treated to vintage Mary Lou Retton, who comes out for an encore here. Mary Lou Retton in her final appearance of the American Cup and her return to international competition.
Dick, I think one thing really great about Mary Lou's coming back and competing here is the public appreciates the fact that she's laying it on the line again. Notice here in the tumbling. Look at this speed. She barrels across that floor mat. Two backhand, full in, full in. The mount was fantastic. Almost hard to control all the power that she had. Okay, here's the last pass. The middle tumbling run. Round off. Two back handsprings, good takeoff. Perfect position on the landing. Right on top of her feet. Hips in perfect position.
Here's how Bella reacted. Yesterday, he worked as hard as she did, didn't he? On the sidelines. Watching Mary Lou complete her performance. Bella Caroli, the great coach.
How could you not have confidence as a gymnast if you had a coach like that supporting you all the way?
And the score is in 9.825. And that's exactly what she got yesterday in the floor exercise. She'll take it. And to no one's surprise, it will give Mary Lou Retton third consecutive American Cup championship. Only Kurt Thomas was able to win 3 in a row, and that was in the men's competition. And Mary Lou Retton has won 3 straight. Here is Tim Daggett, who needs a 9-7 to beat Yang Yueshan and capture the all-round, the horizontal bar. He had a perfect 10 to clinch the team title in the Olympics.
We're going to know what's going to happen right off the start. Here they come, the releases. Reverse hacked. Okay. Good giant swing out of the reverse hack. There's the Ginger. Okay. Right on top of it. Those were the tricks he had a little trouble with in the warm-ups, but he's right on it right now.
Well, you boys this summer hang together, don't you? I can tell.
I'm feeling for him. My hands are sweaty. I hope his aren't. He looks great. Good speed on the Giants. There is a full twisting layup on the back. Nailed the landing.
Tim Daggett. He may have won an all-round for the U.S. to cap a sweep here in Indianapolis in the American Cup. Yang Yueshan. Not too confident at this point. And his coach, Yapin Furman. Let's see some of this again.
Very good. Thanks, buddy. Okay,
we're going to wait for the score to see whether Tim Daggett, if it's a 9-7, he's won it. Yesterday, he was third in the preliminaries behind Dan Hayden. Slightly disappointing, but today he has come in.
Okay, not bad.
And it appears his score is 9.7, which will be good enough to give Tim Daggett the all-round championship.
9.7 will be good enough. We don't need any more.
We'll wait to see it posted. Yapin Furman, UCLA assistant coach, as elated as Tim Daggett is, from West Springfield, Massachusetts, the 22-year-old. And
you know, a lot of gymnasts like to play conservative when they get down to the final event. Just try to hang on to the lead or get the score that they need. 9.7. He laid it on the line and it worked.
9.70. Tim Daggett. He's the all-round champion. What a treat for the fans here in Indianapolis. We saw some new faces from Romania, some old faces from China. Tim Daggett has won it, and let's take a look at the winning effort on the horizontal bar again.
Okay, here's the release move. Tkachev right out to the end of his fingertips into a perfect giant swing. There's the Ginger, right out at full arm's length. You know, you want to be within 1 arm's length of the bar, but you don't want to be out on the end of your fingertips like Tim is. I think he made it just a little too scary for all of us. There's the inverted giant swings. That's a requirement. Hops back into back giants. Okay, now all he knows right here is I have to stick the landing. That's a very, very important element of this routine. There it is, a full twisting layout double. Look for the floor. Boom.
That was Tim Daggett. Yang Yueshan, meanwhile, was busy videotaping Tim Daggett, the man he was tied with coming into this final rotation. He didn't have much of a reaction except to say that was pretty good, and he's going to look at the videotapes later, we're sure. Of course, a lot of foreign countries have done that. We're going to have the winners coming back. Interviews with both Tim Daggett and Mary Lou Retton when we come back to Indianapolis in just a moment. New York, outside of Buffalo. He's a freshman at Arizona State, has a twin brother who also competes in gymnastics. He had a 9.4 yesterday, one of his two best events you're going to see in the high bar. And take a close look at Dan Hayden, because I think you're going to see him very much on the team in the future years.
One thing that we all appreciate about Dan's gymnastics is he's very, very clean. With the strict judging restrictions these days, you have to have perfect execution.
Yesterday, he came in ahead of Tim Daggett in the preliminaries, which of course were all wiped up coming into today. Yang Yuishan had the lead. He faltered today, but you're going to see him in his best event, what has been the horizontal bar.
Wait till you see this trick. He does a double flyaway over the bar. It was first done by a Bulgarian named Kovacs. Here's the speed. There it is, double over, right on top of it. Fantastic. Stalled her blind change. What a way to start an exercise.
Dave Grossfeld, the men's Olympic coach, says he gets better every time he sees him. He's so focused in what he's doing.
Yes, he concentrates a great deal, and you'd have to be if you're doing those difficult skills. Look at the Stalder. Nice extension. Okay, here's a double back over the bar with a full. Great exercise.
Freshman at Arizona State University. He and his brother both got a 9.9 on this event last week and tied for first at a collegiate meet.
Let's take a look at the release move here. Look at the double over the bar. He's looking for the bar. There it is. Perfect catch right into giant swings.
Earlier today, Dan Hayden, who, as we said, was second yesterday after the preliminaries and hopeful about today's performance, came a cropper here on the floor exercise. What happened, Bart?
He had a little trouble here in his double back. He got over rotation as he took off. He leaned back a little too much flip, and that cost him at least a half of a point. The bad thing about that was that took him right out of contention early. I think once he gets a little experience behind him, he'll be right back in there.
And the score for Dan Hayden on the horizontal bar is 9.90. That is the best score we have seen today in the men and women. What a way to finish for Dan Hayden. But we'll be back with Mary Lou Retton and Tim Daggett in just a moment. At the American Cup Gymnastics in Indianapolis, we have had a lot of action in the final moments here. Let's take a look at the standings as we have them in the men's competition. Tim Daggett with a 9.7 on the horizontal bar wins the men's competition all round. Yang Yuishan of China second and Koji Sotomura third. There were 8 finalists in all. In the women's competition, Mary Lou Retton was triumphant. She won her 3rd consecutive championship. Yu Feng of China second, and young Daniela Silvas of Romania third. And right now, Peter Corman is with the men's champion, Tim Daggett. Pete?
Thank you, Dick. And Timmy, you did it, but it wasn't easy.
I tell you, it wasn't easy. The pressure, you know, it was tough, and I did 2 release skills. I had to make a quick improvisation there. I tell you, it was incredible. I did the first release. I was a little too far away. I did a giant swing and then did another release, but they were both fingertips, so I was a little nervous up there. I'm just really psyched about the whole competition. It was my first time back since the games. I'm going to go back in the gym and do some new things, and I'm just really looking forward to it.
Did you realize when you let go of the high bar to do that dismount that you had to stick it or you probably weren't going to win?
That's for sure. I felt the same thing in the Olympic Games, and I knew when I came down I couldn't move, and that's what I did, so I'm really psyched.
Well, you certainly have proved that now you're #1. You're right up there. Won the American Cup. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot, Pete.
Thank you very much, Peter. Mary Lou will be coming up shortly. So Tim Daggett stayed on. He didn't retire. He had something to prove, and today he's proven something.
We're here with Mary Lou Retton, our women's champion, the incredible Mary Lou Retton. We haven't seen you compete in so long, and everybody said that you were going to be nervous, but were you nervous at all?
I wasn't at all. There's always that nervous twinge in your stomach, but that's your adrenaline going. I felt so confident out today. I had a better day than I did yesterday.
And how about that balance beam routine? Have you done one like that before?
I think that is the best beam I've ever done in my life. Seriously, my vault is usually good beam of floor, but my balance beam, that was what I'm the most happy about today.
Thank you very much, Mary Lou. Congratulations. That's the story from the floor. Back to you, Dick.
Thank you very much, Peter Corman. It's always great to see the smile on Mary Lou Retton's face. She's the women's all-around champion for the 3rd straight year. Tim Daggett wins it for the U.S. Our live coverage here is over in Indianapolis. And so, for Bart Connor and Peter Corman, this is Dick Stockton saying so long from Indianapolis, Indiana.
All right, thank you, Dick. Here we are again. College basketball scores. Let's go right to the scoreboard now. Notre Dame and Washington. Notre Dame defeats Washington 57-50. Digger Phelps gets his 300th career victory.